Hi guys, and welcome back. Bit of progress on the Mini engine. So what we've done is we've plugged all the holes for where the water jacket is, and I'm just skimming the head. It's a fly cutter that I made on the lathe. It doesn't get the best finish, but what it does is it kind of roughs it out, so it gets it down. Because there's quite a lot to come off of this head to get my compression ratios up, because we want quite a high compression ratio on this engine for better performance. And we're going to dry deck it. We've decided we were going to plug the block and re-drill all the holes, as I probably showed you in a previous video, but we've actually now decided to go down the route of dry decking. So the block was all plugged. That was drilled out. The holes were drilled, tapped, and then we cut pieces of bolt, create a slot in the top, wind them in with Loctite, machine them down with this. It's kind of a milling machine, very very basic, but it kind of does what we want it to do. And then it went off to the machine shop to be faced. I'll show you that one in a minute. It's in the other garage. So yeah, we'll get this down as within a sort of 5th hour of the finish where we want it, and then it will go off to the machine shop, and then they'll pop the valves in, probably unleaded seats going in, and 3-angle valves on it as well, and 3-angled seats for better flow and performance in the head. Okay, so I'm about to do another cut on this head, so I'll wind the dial around. I was on 55, so I'll take a 3-thou cut. I'll lock it off there, and away we go. Now, this is going to be quite tricky, me holding the phone and operating the machine, but here it's just making contact now. See if we can get you a good picture of the cut. It's quite a slow process. Takes about 20 minutes to get across the head. So I'll cut you off there, guys, and pick you up again towards the end. Okay, so that's another cut done on the head. You can see what I mean about the finish. There are lines going through it. You could probably almost get away with it, but I'd rather take it to the machine shop and let them get a really good finish on it. Then I know I'm not going to get any problems with my head gasket. So it is nice and flat. I've been checking that, so the cuts actually flat, which helps. And to keep an eye on how much I'm taking off, I've got my gauge. Sorry, camera work's not brilliant. Yeah, so I've got my depth gauge there, and I've got a datum point here where I put my nail. So I measured that before I started taking anything off the head. So I've actually taken about 20 thou off already, which sounds quite extreme, but there is actually, this head's never been touched, so there's yeah, quite a lot to come off it. The chambers are fairly large to start with anyway, and they've been opened up a wee bit more. So we need to get that face down so we can get some good compression ratio on this engine. So otherwise it'll be too low and we won't get the performance we're looking for. So to check to see how much you can take off the head, there's actually an oil gallery hole that runs down from one of the pillars on the rocker shaft. So you need to put a vernier caliper down this and then measure to see how much deck face you've actually got. They're all different. Some heads you've got heaps of metal there that you can play with, and others are fairly tight. I think the MG Turbo head is mentioned as being one of the ones that you can't actually take a lot off of the face. So yeah, this one, I'm quite lucky with this one. I've got heaps to play with, so I've got the luxury of being able to take quite a lot off the face, so we can makes. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got something from this video. Hope it wasn't too boring for you guys. Update you more when we've done some more on the engine and some more on the car. The car's getting there. It's over in the other corner of the workshop now. It's been a bit of a move around in here. So we finished putting the gussets in, finished the cage. The only bar we've got left now is the harness bar, but we're waiting for some seats now, and then we can work out exactly how high that has to be. My son's been doing loads of stripping, so he had the Mini outside over the weekend and stripped loads of paint off. Just on the boot, few horrors in the boot, dents, big dents and a few holes as he took the paint off, loads of filler in it. So you see he's getting there. It takes a long time stripping it by hand, but hey, character building. Okay guys, so this is the block. So my son actually, you can actually see my finger on it, there's one there. So basically that's like a bolt. We hacksaw a slot in the top just so we can put it in with a screwdriver. But it's quite a good way of doing it, because there's two ways of doing it. You can either draw them out and do an interference fit, get some brass plugs, turn them down on the lathe. They actually do kits as well that you can buy, and yeah, put them in with. I put them in with a bit of Loctite and then just bash them in. But this is another way of doing it, quite secure. So you drill out, tap the hole, get a bolt, cut it little slugs, and then create a slot in the top. It's a very cost-effective way of doing it, and it's very secure as well. They sit pretty high, so if you're going to do it this way, you've got to find some way of getting it somewhere down to the block face. Otherwise, you're going to be paying quite a lot of money for them to machine it all down before they can actually face the block. I mean, we've got the luxury of being able to do that with our sort of semi-milling machine. It does the jobs that we want it to do. So anyway, this is the stage we're at, and at this stage we'll do a dry run, sort of not a dry run, but sort of like a dummy build, just to make sure all the heights are good on the pistons. I did check that before it was faced, but I'll still check it again, and I'll update you as and when I do some more videos. Alright, cheers for now guys.